pre-flight. We've checked the oxygen. We've checked the flows. Upper switches are correct. Lights are off. Avionics is off. Master's off. Got the engine anti-ice on. Auto ignitions are off. Auto feathers off. Lights are as required. I run beacon and nav because of the multiple models that I fly. So beacon and nav all the time on the ground. Switches are in the normal position. Trims are set. Flaps are up. Condition levers are cut off. Props are feathered. I've already checked the oxygens. The switches down here, we've got the cabin press, dump, and test. It's in press. Rudder boost is on. We've got the boosts and bleed air valves in enviro off. All switches are off and auto and auto. Oxygen gauges look okay. I'm gonna go on with the battery bus. Check the firewall valves. Those are on the battery bus. And we'll also check the battery. We've got good voltage on the battery as well. Battery switch is on. We're going to give the Fusion just a moment to fire up so that we can check our enunciators on the ECS, or the, can't recall what the acronym is for it. We've already got our fuel quantity checked as well. We've got a full mains, outboards. Shouldn't be anything in the oxes, so we're zeroed out here on the oxes. And since I'm already on the fuel panel, we'll also go into test mode. Should get the fuel quantity enunciator, which we do. Should take a few seconds. Once we release, it should take about 3 to 5 seconds to extinguish. Circuit breakers are in. It looks okay. Standby pumps going on. We should not lose our fuel pressure. I'm going to correct that. As we open the firewall valves, we should lose the enunciators for the fuel pressure lights, which we did. Boost pumps will go off. We'll get the lights back and the audible horn, and then we'll go into the crossfeed. One direction, we're pushing right to left engine, and we lose both of our pressure lights, which means that the boost pump, electric boost pump, is working correctly. We'll shut it off. We'll get the enunciators back, and then we'll go to the right side. Same thing, we've got the fuel crossfeed now enunciated, and we've lost the enunciators on the fuel pressures. Shut it off, we get the pressures back. We've already tested on the aux. And we'll go down to the handle light test. We've got red lights, top and bottom. There's two lights in the handles. And we'll go to the hydraulic fluid sensor test. That takes about 5 seconds. The newer models are much faster. So it takes just a very short amount of time with these newer models to illuminate and extinguish. All right, we've already checked the trims, got the props in. We've got on the 360, we don't have many tests that we can do on it. They've eliminated a lot of the tests for the cabins and such. We've got a stall warning test. We've got a enunciator on the Fusion itself and the audible horn. And on the landing gear, same thing on the lights as well. On the bottom portion for the engine fire detection and extinguish, we're just checking the lights whenever we push down both left and right, showing that it is discharged, that the lighting is working correctly. On the engine fire test, on the detection, it'll be
left engine
side specific.
Left
should
engine.
Activate the master warning, and we should get the audible as well. Left and right.
Right engine.
So that working correctly, and once again we've got all switches set, circuit breakers are in, and all items are pre-flighted correctly on it. We could go ahead and set up our Fusion as well. We're going to go TMB. We're going to copy that specific airport because that's where we landed. We can place that into origination. We're going to be off at 16:15 approximately. I'll place that into our estimated time of departure. Cruise altitude, we're looking at 19,000 feet today. We can also use the cursor board on the control panel on the center console as well to put in the criteria. Destination, today we're going to MYAT, Treasure Key in the Bahamas. MYAT is set, flight level 190, likely departing runway 9. We'll pick that up here shortly, 9 right. We can scroll with the cursor knob and place that. I believe we were expecting either the Foals. I'll have to look at my paperwork, but I'm pretty sure we were on the Foals too. We'll go ahead and insert that for now. Transition, see if they've got a ZFP as our transition. Enter, and we can execute down on the keypad as well. Let's take a look at our message. I believe what's a database. We've already, I've got the updates that we'll put in here just shortly once we fire up. Okay, now for weight and fuel. Cargo weight, we're going to have very little. We're going to have a few bags from our passengers. Average passenger weight is not 200 today. We're probably looking at about 170 pounds at typical average, and we've only got 2 passengers on board. Fuel on board, we'll have 2,500. 2511's max capacity. You don't use that for flight planning purposes. Looks like our takeoff weight, gross weight, takeoff weight's going to be right at 13,000 pounds or 2,000 pounds under our estimate. Now once we shut the battery master off, we will lose our fuel. We should not lose the rest of the flight plan. However, once we update the GPS to the current database, we'll probably lose that flight plan data as well, so we'll probably have to reinsert that. For now, we can go ahead and execute, and that completes the pre-flight portion. Shortly we'll pick up the current weather. I'll probably wait until just after 11 o'clock to pick up the current weather. Make sure to get the current ATIS and our flight plan as filed. Battery's off, battery bus is off, and that completes the pre-flight.